The Valkyrie evolution will be the next evolution coming into Clash Royale in the January update. In today's Clash Royale video, I will give you all the information about this card, statistics, and also, of course, gameplay of the new card evolution coming into Clash Royale 2024. So, guys, we jumping into it. As you guys can see, this is the Valkyrie. Valkyrie got a complete new image, and also, of course, as you guys can see, she looks, I would say, way more aggressive, and the cycle of the evolution will be too. If we're kind of taking a look at the stats before kind of comparing the normal evolution and the normal card of the Valkyrie compared to the evolution, there won't be any stats difference. As you guys can see, area damage on turn standard is the same, damage per second is also the same, and hit points is also the same. So really important for you guys to know, it's not like the Knight example or all like evolution archers, no more damage, no more HP, so all of the same stats. But as you guys can see here, there will be a really big change with the Valkyrie, which we kind of also guessed after we saw the first kind of sneak peek leak the gameplay there. The Valkyrie has a tornado kind of in there, which allows her to always pull the troops towards her, as also the stats or like kind of also description says, if you fought a battle cry was scary, wait until you see a new axe. Evolve Valkyrie draws all enemies towards her with each swing, and this is kind of how it will look like, right? The tornado damage won't be the same as the normal tornado. So, as you guys will see here, it does damage, yes, but it's not gonna one-shot bats at example. So this is like the biggest difference, right? Normal tornado one-shot bats, as you guys know, but this is not happening. But as you guys can see, it seems really broken since the tornado now allows her to also attack air troops. So she's still just targeting ground troops, of course, but with tornado, she's able to at least like kill minion hordes, kill bats. So this kind of counters aren't as effective as it used to be, as long as she targets something on the ground. So if there's like an ice golem, you will never want to play also your minion horde on top of that, because your minion horde will also die. If you just play a minion horde on top of her, it's completely fine, because she doesn't get the tornado activation since there's no ground troops. So this is kind of what it shows from the Valkyrie, but now we're gonna jump to some gameplay and test how good she can really be in game. So guys, here we go into the game, and let's see what Call the Legend is playing. So the cycle of 2 makes it kind of comparable. I mean, like generally the card is really comparable to the Knight, but even like the cycle is the same. So let's kind of find out how the evolution Valkyrie makes more sense compared to the Knight. I feel like Valkyrie is overall the better card, maybe if you just compare the stats, also like the splash damage. But of course, the evolution Knight made like the Valkyrie completely being dead in a manner, right? Like you would never play Valk over Evolution Knight just in like dual stack from competitive players where you can just use one of the card once. So I'm just going for my Archer Queen here. I'm just going to use Archer Queen because I know Archer Queen soon will get a buff in Clash Royale. It's not going to be there on the dev build yet, but as you guys can know, I feel like they're not going to reword this. But if you guys want to know the balance changes, I did a video about that. So I might just go for my ability here. He goes in for the Fireball, makes sense. But now I just need to cycle one more Valk to get the evolution. I kind of want to see how it works. He's playing Lava, of course, Lava in the deck, where it feel like the Valkyrie doesn't really do too much of a job because he got a ton of air counters. But still, I'm just going for a Valk in the back in case he goes in for Lava. I'm just going to go for Goblins. I think I'm just going to split Goblins there. Okay, Goblins are coming down. He's also cycling the second Valkyrie. And now I'm just going to go Hog right. I think for me personally, it's really hard to say how broken the Valk will be. I feel like with the other evolution, you can kind of say it with Knight and also like evolution bats and also like evolution archers, how good they will be. But I feel like with the Valk, it's really hard to say. Maybe let me know what you guys think about that. But I personally think it's hard to say. So let's go for my Valk in front. She looks spicy. So, what is he gonna do here? I'm just gonna go use my evolution here. Okay, everything gets pulled in there. But like his Valk is also gonna pull. Okay, that was a really interesting thing. So Goblins are gonna go on top of the tower, getting a decent amount of chip damage. So far, so good. So I mean, I still need to kind of think about how this really will work out. That was like a really interesting sequence. I'm just going for my Hog right here. Of course, this will most likely allow us to be like, once again, in a really like cycle matter, because Valkyrie is mostly played in cycle decks. But maybe you also see the Valk compared to the Knight, or like similar to the Knight, also in Golem decks and Electro Giant decks. So let's kind of wait and see. I'm just going for another Hog right there. Let's see, just goes for them. I'm just going to go for my Log here. So he does decide to go for Valk, and now I kind of need to see how are we defending this. So he most likely just drops his Lava Hound. So I'm just going to go for this here. I'm just going to go for my Tesla. Just going to go for this here now. Okay, now I got my I need to go Valk. I need to go Hawk, I need to go Log there. And now I'm just gonna go EQ. I'm just gonna pray that the tower is gonna be down. Tower is gonna go down last possible second, but of course we also had to spend a lot. So now we got the evolution Valkyrie in hand. The question is if the evolution Valkyrie is just doing something. Of course, Lava on a deck, which you feel like maybe she works really well in there because he's doing a great way of defending, and this is kind of what you want to have in Lava on decks, right? You want to have a card which is doing such a great job on defense. So now I'm just gonna go for my Tesla there, and now I'm just gonna go for my Hog Raider. So what the heck is gonna happen? No, it's also gonna... Oh my goodness! Okay. Okay, it's gonna pull everything together. That was really interesting. Okay, makes sense to be honest. Because the ground troop was there. So you always want to have the ground troop there. So it honestly defends also kinda Lava Loon in this scenario. As long as the opponent has ground troops that the Valkyrie can focus on. But that was really, really interesting. So let's go for my Archqueen in the back. He goes in for another balloon. Let's go for my Ice Bird there. Let's go for my Tesla here. Just hope it's gonna... No, it's gonna pool. What is happening? Okay, it's nothing is gonna happen there. That's fine. I'm just going for my Ice Bird here. This game will be over, but it kind of was like interesting to see in one situation. College, by the way, one of the best lava players in the entire world. It was really interesting to see like the Valkyrie and focusing on opponent's Valkyrie and kind of making sure that the range was like inside of the balloon and also the lava to pull everything together. And I mean, that was really good defense. So you kind of got like a ground card which counters air with a tornado to pull everything together. And just like, I'm really interested to see like the Valkyrie tornado fireball combination. I could think this could be really broken sometimes. So guys, next game up here versus Cold Election. Okay, I got my wall wicket just instead of Knight. The Valkyrie, of course, I'm a minor wall breaker merchant. So I'm just gonna go for my Valkyrie. He goes in for the log. One of the wall breakers are connecting. And now I just might go for bats behind the Valk there. And let's see what he does. I got my miner ready to snipe maybe something. He goes for the LP, which was gonna get a nerf. And he also goes for Valk, but we're gonna get a decent amount of chip damage, also get a poison, 3 bats connecting. This was a really good defense, not gonna lie. So I can just go for Spears there, honestly. And I can also go for Wallies, right? Because he doesn't have log and cycle, so he needs to overcommit kinda. Does he have like... He goes in for E-Spirit. He also goes in for log. So he had to commit a lot, which kind of means I can just go for the second Valkyrie. And next one will be the evolution, and also can support with bats. E-Spirit out, delivery out, so he is gonna have problems there. So I'm just going for my bats there. And now I'm just gonna go miner here in the back. This will be really hard for him to stop. So he needs to go for this, he needs to go for defensive poison, he needs to go for defensive miner. And this kind of allows me to go for another really great poison. Getting chip damage on the tower, killing the miner, and also make sure, of course, to kill the LP there. And I'm really interested to see also how much like the LP getting played in the next meta. So we got the Valkyrie. What do you guys think about the picture? I think she looks really, I know, she looks really weird. She looks really weird. But yeah. So I'm just going to go for my Valk there. But the card work in-game looks really cool. She looks like really powerful. I know, like, I would say she's one of the most... I think she's broken. I think, honestly, like, this is like my first gameplay with her. Which like an interesting sequence which you don't really have with any other card. But she looks really absolutely, she looks broken. Like, after I saw, like, what she did there, maybe sometimes it will be, like, really weird at the start because you don't know what she's doing. But look at this, right? Just putting everything into her. This is just, like, so broken. I'm kind of scared sometimes maybe, like, of like, her pulling troops to, like, the tower. Which might be scary. But I'm just gonna go for this. And as I said, the stats aren't really better. So this is, I think, the first thing which I really want to say, like, that's great. Because I really like the special abilities about the evolutions. Of course, the pay-to-win aspect is still really bad. I always need to say that. But it's really cool to not see Supercell adding extra damage, especially with the Valkyrie already having, like, the extra damage of Tornado, which also targets air troops. So let's go for minor bats. I'm just gonna go for Wally's opposite lane. Let's see what he does. He goes in for the Valk. They're really good Valk, really good E-Spirit, really bad miners targeting the one wall breaker. The wall connection mortenroyale is in a damage lead, but it's of course not the most important one. Just gonna try to cycle back to another Valkyrie. I'm just gonna go for poison there. I'm just gonna go for a miner here. I'm just gonna go for Wallies in the back. Valkyrie's once again getting the catch for Cold Legend. And now I kind of want to go Bats here on the right hand side. And now I might just want to go Valk. I might just want to go Valk there. Valk is coming down, so gonna get the catch. I'm just gonna go Speak on slow. What the heck, dude? This, like, I don't know, this card is so weird. So weird, but so good at the same time. So I'm just gonna go for my Wally split here once again. Just gonna poison here. So what's happening on the left hand side? We do get a connection, but now as you guys can see, it's gonna kill the bats. Like, Core didn't know that it's gonna kill the bats. I'm just gonna go for bats, for Speak on C, because he's gonna go for the poison. I knew that. Let's go. I'm just gonna go for Valkyrie. And I'm just gonna wait what he does. So he might just log on the right hand side. Yes, so I'm just going for minor wallies there. And I'm also gonna go for bats there. I'm just gonna try to snipe this here with my spears. He will Eastbow on the left. He goes in delivery on the right. That's okay. So I'm just gonna go for another Valkyrie. Valkyrie is coming down. Really good minor catch. Now I'm just gonna go for the log here. He doesn't get the ability out, but he gets one big shot. Just go Warbreaker, minor again. So let's see, what's he gonna do? He's gonna go for delivery, really good delivery timing, also splashing on top of that. But I can just go for my... I'm just gonna go for Valkyrie at the bridge. Let's see, what's he gonna do against the Valk? I'm just gonna go minor opposite lane. So this won't happen with the Valk there, so... That's so good! It's gonna kill the LP now! That's busted, dude! That's so busted. So like, I feel like the main sequence of the card will be when your opponent, example, is playing a Musketeer to the right hand side, just like to get like a full range value on top of the Valkyrie, and the Valkyrie example is tanking or like targeting a knight. It's absolutely incredible. Also against miners maybe. In some decent scenarios, this could be crazy. Just like killing Valk, the Valk is gonna kill Musketeers, Archer Queens, Archers, all of this type of cards. Like, you cannot play, at example, a Knight plus Archer Queen anymore, because the Valkyrie is gonna pull both of them together and shred both of them. So you always want to make sure to not play something on top of her that she's not able to target that, because otherwise you complete counter push or your complete troops are gonna die. So guys, next game here, and I'm just decided to play like just as a test, like really cheap double barrel bait, and he plays double bait tornado. Okay, this will be really interesting. So of course in this type of scenario, as I was talking about, you never want to play Valk or like Valk there, Dark Goblin there on top of the Evolution Valk, because everything will get pulled together and my Valkyrie plus my Dark Goblin is gonna get shredded. So I'm just gonna go for this here, Skeletons coming down. Dark Goblin also going for a perfect Ice Spirit here, making sure we're not getting, I mean, we're not taking any damage. Just gonna go for another Skeleton Barrel there. He goes in for the Tombstone. I'm just gonna go for a barrel here in the back. He goes in for this. He doesn't have enough elixir for anything, so this is fine. He got a second Valkyrie down, but we can also go for our Valkyrie. I'm just gonna go low Valk, making sure everything is gonna be fine. Valk is gonna tank the Baby Dragon completely. I can also go for Skeleton just to make sure, and hopefully not taking any damage. So great Skeleton's placement. Wow, the micro interactions. Mortenroyale used to be a good player. So I might just go for my Ice Spirit here at the bridge. And let's see, do I just go for another... I think I'm just gonna go Xbow on the right. He might just ignore that, to be honest, or he just might go for a barrel. Both would be fine. I'm just gonna go for my Dark Goblin, but of course our cycle is a bit cheaper than his one. So I'm just go for my Valk there. So what the heck is he gonna do? So I'm just going for my Skeletons. Ice Spirit, please stay alive. Okay, what the heck is, what's happening now? What's happening now? He goes in for Valk. What the heck is happening? That's so weird. But now I might be in trouble. At least the Valk is not tanking. I think I would have lost when the Valk was tanking. I'm just going for my log here. I'm still taking a ton of damage, but it's overall okay, I would say. Good log. Okay, the important thing is not gonna get damage on top of the tower, just on troops. So that's important. I mean, like, the Valk still gets damage on top of the tower, but not the tornado. So let's go for my Dark Goblin there. Okay, I'm just going to Skeleton. Things like I kind of want to split lanes, switch lanes, because otherwise he's able to just shred me at one point. Just going to go for my Valk there. Okay, I'm just going for my Skeletons. Goes in for a really good tornado. I'm just going to take one Valk shot though, so it's fine. Just go for my Ice Spirit now. Really good Ice Spirit. And now it's time to go in for another double barrel push. Because I think his cycle is a bit awkward. Dark Goblin stays alive. I'm just going for another Dark Goblin there. And I'm just going to go for another Skeleton Bro. Okay, this might be a bit too aggressive from us. Oh no, the LP's on tower! The LP's on tower, guys! Okay. Help me. Need to go Goblin Barrel on defense. Something you never really want to do. So I just got the Valk now. This will be my last chance. Just do something with the Evolution Valk. I'm just gonna go for my Valk now. Okay, what the heck is happening now? Is the Valk gonna do something? I'm just gonna go for my Barrel. Okay, I'm just gonna go for my Skeletons now. Valk is on tower. Valk is on tower! He's missing the Barrel!
And you are missing it.
Oh, I'm wrong. It's doing damage on tower, but not too much. Okay, I'm wrong. I was wrong. The damage from the Valkyrie is there on tower, but it's not really too much. So this is really important for you guys to know. Okay, it's doing damage on tower, but not too much. It was like 20 damage, I feel like, on tournament standard. So good to know, Stow. I'm just gonna go for this. I'm just gonna go for that. I'm just gonna go for another skeleton barrel. I'm just gonna go pre-log here because he's most likely just gonna play a tombstone. I'm just gonna go for my log there. Skeletons, Ice Spirit. And he goes in for Tornado. GG's, well played. What a game. Well played to call the legend. So guys, now I kind of want to take a look once again on the card stats. I think this is really important. So tower, tornado damage. Okay. Tornado damage 676. But we kind of want to take a look once again at the replay and see like how much damage he really did on the tower. So guys, in this sequence, the Valk went into, on top of a tower, and the tower was on maximum HP, right? 3052. So she's just gonna get the one shot, like the normal damage she does. But now, as you guys can see here, it's always like 30 damage more because of the tornado. Okay, interesting. Okay, so 30 damage of the tornado on top of my tower, like extra damage kind of. So she does, in a way, extra damage with the tornado. Okay, so it's kind of like a combination between the Valkyrie and the tornado. I feel like 30 damage is fine, so it's not like too much when she's on the tower, but still it's a bit more damage than a normal Valkyrie would do. So the question I'm asking myself is, how would the Valkyrie be in like some situations against like Electrogen? Against Electrogen, I think she will be really good against Golem decks, against Beacon decks in general, especially also against, I don't know, like against E-Giant, it's basically just gonna pull the E-Giant every time to her. So you basically get always a tornado, the same also against like Hog Valkyrie or like Hog Knight pushes, right? Like this will be really interesting. And I honestly feel like this card might be the most broken evolution so far. This card might be the most broken evolution so far.
Now, who's heard this before?
I feel like it's really early to judge. I'm really interested to see your opinion. So, as the first time I'm playing this card as a start, but I just feel like the concept being so broken, I feel like there are a ton of different interactions we don't think about yet. Maybe there's some interactions you have in mind which will be even more broken. Let me know in the comment section if you have any. But I can tell you guys this will be interesting. So I'm just going for a Barium Brawl here and also going to go for Tornado, activate the King Tower here. By the way, guys, when you guys see the video, Merry Christmas when you celebrate. I mean, depends where they're living from, where you're living, where you're coming from. I think in the United States, just celebrating the 25th. But we in Germany actually celebrate the 24th. So this is the birthday present, Evolution Valk. So I hope I get enough money as a Christmas present to buy the evolution, and I hope the same for you guys. So what the heck is happening? Screen. We're back. No worries, some technical issues. This is happening when you're playing with the Valkyrie, so it's fine. We're back. Sorry for the small technical issue there, but it's happening when you play new evolutions in Clash Royale. The game is crashing. We know that. Bugs are always happening. So I might just go for a really aggressive graveyard here, because I think it's fine. Like against Hog Rider, I just feel like this is always the situation where you can be really aggressive. I don't know if it's on purpose with the Tesla, but she feels so weird. So the Valkyrie is going to pull everything together. Valkyrie against Graveyard, honestly, really interesting. It's not going to one-shot the Skeletons, which is important. Also the same for Bats. So it's not going to come at the entire counter like the Graveyard. That would be a bit too broken, right? Imagine just playing. Okay, this might be still interesting. Maybe there was a bad ability. Okay, it's fine. No, it would be interesting just like play the Valk on top of the Grave and just shred also all the skeletons in range. So I'm just going for my poison here. So the LP's on tower. Getting some decent amount of chip. I'm just taking this. I might just go for my Baby Dragon in the back, and I might go for my Tombstone opposite lane. But there's not really need to, so I'm just gonna go for my Valk there. And now I might just go for my Barbarian Bro here on top of the Tesla. And my next Valk will be the Evolution Valk. He doesn't have his Evolution Valk ready yet. Here, of course, it's a cheaper cycle than I have. But I'm just gonna go for my boy there. And now I'm just gonna have like a really good tank there. Now let's see how he's gonna defend this. He goes for the Ice Spirit, he goes for Valkyrie. He still needs to go for a defensive EQ, which of course is awesome. Now I can just go for a Baby Ring here. And he will most likely go for Hogs. So I'm just gonna see what happens. So I'm just gonna use my ability now. Okay, pull everything together, my friend. Pull everything together! What was... Okay, that's crazy. I don't know what to say. This is by far the best evolution we had ever had in Clash Royale. Just gonna go poison here. The game is over. GG's, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section what is your evolution ranking and why the evolution rank is absolutely busted. And I would say I'm out. Merry Christmas, guys. If you're celebrating, make sure to like this video. If you guys always want to be up to date, subscribe to the channel. I am out. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Goodbye.